One of my favorite movies as a kid was Disney's version of the Alamo. Davy Crockett dies. I don't watch movies twice, kind of a rule I have. I'm crazy, but that one as a kid, watched over and over again. Epic legend of this place behind me, the Alamo. What's crazy is the Alamo is actually a defeat. You know, we come. So many people come to Alamo Plaza here and visit it, but here's the deal. It's actually they lose in the Alamo. It's crazy to me today that there's a gift shop and there's people walking around this plaza, and there's folks everywhere. But you know, in 1836, there were a great number of people that were held up in there that were going to die. And then today, it's a monument to not exactly defeat for this reason. It was that defeat that became the battle cry that allowed Texas to just really have the stamina what they needed to go on to win their independence. And their cry was the famous "Remember the Alamo." Here's the cool thing about James chapter 1. In James chapter 1, it starts off with this idea of, hey, consider it awesome. Consider it pure joy. Think about it. It's just great when you have problems. And this was a pretty big problem in 1836. All of the Santa Anna's Mexican army surrounding this army, these last few that are trying to hold this ground here. And they look back on that defeat, and it was actually because of this defeat that lessons were learned, that hardships endured, that people had boldness and courage to go and eventually win the independence for Texas. So here's what we can learn. The situation that you're in right now, you might feel like you're hunkered down and the enemy is completely surrounding you. But in fact, God says this, with the things that are in our life that are trials, according to James chapter 1, He's going to use those things to perfect our faith, to grow our faith, to help us in the future, so that the situation you're in right now that might seem very difficult is most likely the very thing that God's going to use in your life in the future. Because here's the deal, God never wastes any experience. Whatever hardship you're in right now, it's not going to be wasted. People come here today and they gather around, and there's an honor that happens to the people who died defending the Alamo because it wasn't wasted. God doesn't waste things. I don't know what Alamo situation you're in right now, but our God is a God that takes difficult circumstances and uses them to bless your life.